Welcome to England. I'm sure many of us dream of stepping foot in iconic places where every street and every building holds a piece of history. That's why I decided to embark on a journey to explore England, a country that perfectly blends classic charm with modern vibrance. My trip lasted 7 days, but the memories I made will never fade. From waking up to the fresh air of London to enjoying a romantic evening in Edinburgh, each place I visited made me feel like I was part of its rich history. And it wasn't just about sightseeing. The experiences, the food, and the people I encountered left a lasting impression that I want to share with you. So, are you ready to join me on this journey to discover famous landmarks, taste delicious food, and immerse ourselves in the atmosphere of a vibrant country? Let's begin this adventure where every day holds a new chapter of excitement. Day 1. Arriving in London, exploring the capital of England. My journey began in London, a city famous for blending the classic with the modern. After landing at Heathrow Airport, I took a taxi to my hotel in Covent Garden, which was a perfect location, making it easy to access many of the city's famous landmarks. After some rest, I began my adventure by visiting Buckingham Palace. I witnessed the famous changing of the guard ceremony, a classic tradition that can't be missed when in London. Next, I took a walk along the Thames and visited the Tower of London, an iconic historical monument. Here I admired the royal treasures and learned about the origins of England's monarchy. In the afternoon, I boarded the London Eye, a giant observation wheel on the Thames. From here, I had the opportunity to see the entire city from above. The view was breathtaking, and it was an experience I'll never forget. If it's your first time in London, plan your itinerary carefully to avoid getting lost in the crowds. Also, don't forget to book tickets in advance for popular attractions to save time. Day 2. Museums and markets, delving into the culture. On the second day, I dedicated the entire day to exploring London's museums and local markets. In the morning, I took the tube from Covent Garden to the British Museum. I spent the morning wandering through the museum's impressive halls, which house artifacts from civilizations across the world. I was particularly drawn to the collections from ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome. After the museum, I stopped by Borough Market, one of London's most famous food markets. The smell of grilled meat, fresh fish, and crispy fries filled the air, and I couldn't resist trying a few traditional English dishes. In the afternoon, I visited the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben, two of London's most iconic symbols. Standing before Big Ben, I truly appreciated the grandeur and historical significance of this clock tower. Don't forget to check the opening hours of museums, as some may be closed on certain days of the week. Plan your visits accordingly to avoid missing out on key attractions. Day 3. Oxford and Cambridge, university towns. On the third day, I left London and traveled to Oxford by train, which is a quick and convenient way to move between cities. Oxford. I spent the morning exploring the University of Oxford, one of the oldest universities in the world. Walking through the historic colleges and libraries, I felt immersed in the academic atmosphere and history. Cambridge. After Oxford, I headed to Cambridge, just an hour away by train. Cambridge is famous for its picturesque Cam River, where I took a peaceful punt ride and enjoyed the serenity of the city. Both Oxford and Cambridge are bustling university towns with many visitors. Be sure to book a punting tour or university visits in advance to avoid long lines. Day 4. Stonehenge and Bath, historical landmarks. On day 4, I decided to visit some of England's most ancient and fascinating sites. I took a morning train from London to Stonehenge. Stonehenge is one of the most iconic prehistoric monuments in the world. Standing before the massive stones, I couldn't help but wonder about their origins and the mystery surrounding them. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience to witness this incredible landmark. After Stonehenge, I continued my journey to Bath, a city renowned for its ancient Roman baths. I took a dip in the famous hot springs and spent the afternoon exploring the Roman baths and the stunning Georgian architecture of the city. Make sure to check ahead for tour services to ensure you don't miss the chance to visit these historic sites. Also, be prepared with comfortable clothing if you plan to enjoy the thermal baths. Day 5, Cotswolds, a relaxing getaway to the countryside. On the 5th day, I ventured to Cotswolds, a region known for its charming villages and breathtaking countryside. I traveled by train from Bath to Bibury, one of the most picturesque villages in the Cotswolds. Bibury is a picturesque village with quaint stone cottages lining the river. The scenery here was peaceful and idyllic, offering a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. If you enjoy peace and quiet, Cotswolds is a perfect place to unwind. Be sure to take your time exploring the charming villages, but be mindful that the weather can change quickly, so bring a light jacket. Day 6, Liverpool and the Beatles. On day 6, I made my way to Liverpool, the hometown of the legendary The Beatles. I took a train from Birmingham to Liverpool. The Beatles story, I visited the Beatles Story Museum to learn about the band's history and legacy. Hearing the stories of their rise to fame, I felt a deeper appreciation for their music and cultural impact. I spent the afternoon strolling through Albert Dock, a lively area filled with cafes and shops. The atmosphere here was vibrant, and it was a great place to enjoy some local food and art. If you're a fan of music, don't miss out on the Beatles tours. Also, make sure to book your tickets in advance for any popular activities, as they tend to sell out quickly. Day 7, Edinburgh, Scotland, a journey through history. On the final day of my trip, I flew from Liverpool to Edinburgh, Scotland, a city famous for its historic castles and stunning landscapes. Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle is one of the most important historical landmarks in Scotland. From the castle, I had an incredible view of the city, and I learned about the battles and royal history that shaped this part of the world. After visiting Edinburgh Castle, I continued my journey to Stirling, where I explored Stirling Castle, the site of key battles between Scotland and England. Edinburgh and Stirling can be quite busy, especially in the summer months, so be sure to book your tickets for these castles in advance to avoid long waits. Mistakes to avoid. During your trip 1, not booking tickets in advance. Popular attractions like Stonehenge, Buckingham Palace, and Edinburgh Castle can be crowded, so make sure to book your tickets ahead of time. 2. Not planning your travel routes. London's tube system is extensive, but it can be confusing if you're unfamiliar with it. Use a map app or buy tickets for guided tours to avoid confusion. 3. Not allowing enough time for attractions. Some attractions require more time to fully explore, so plan your itinerary wisely to make sure you don't miss out on anything important. Okay, and that's how my 7-day trip to England unfolded, full of unforgettable experiences and memories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Also, let me know in the comments where you'd like me to go in the next video. Maybe France, Italy, or another place you've always wanted to see. Let me know.